Press Communications, Erin Maguires. Erin, good morning. It's great to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you're going to be the first on the network this morning to make the prediction. Does this bill pass in the House today?
We will see. It's hard to make that prediction. Coming to this rule vote right now, this is really going to be that first big test for the Speaker. You've heard hardline conservatives saying they don't think that the Speaker, as of last night, had the votes to get through the rule bill. It has come off of the committee and onto the floor. If they get the rule passed today, this bill will pass and be at President Trump's desk. Now, this is where Speaker Johnson does his best work. People have deeply underestimated him and Majority Leader Thune. And not only have they managed to keep the government open, keep the government running, but on each of these hard votes, they've managed to keep the party in line. So we will see Speaker Johnson, likely President Trump, lean in and get this big, beautiful bill, because it is beautiful and big to deliver for the American people by America's birthday, the 4th of July. I mean, could put a big bow on it,
right,
really.
Yeah. So scheduling notes so people know what's going to happen today. Everything is expected to kick off around 9 a.m. They got to do the rule vote. Then it goes to the full House if that rule vote passes. But one thing that goes beyond politics is the weather, Erin. There were a lot of lawmakers that went home for the 4th of July. Now they're scrambling to get flights to get back into Washington. And we don't know if that's going to cut in the Republican or Democrats' favor. So there's a bit of uncertainty on the math there. Also, when it comes to uncertainty, Chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, Andy Harris, he says that he is a no on the rule because this bill adds to the deficit, according to him. Watch this.
I'll tell you, the last minute changes in the Senate, like literally the very last amendment, probably added another $100 billion to that deficit by adding in some of the Green New Scam subsidies. The bottom line is this is not ready for prime time. We support the president's agenda. The president's agenda was not to raise the deficit by $750 billion over the next 10 years. The bottom line is now the House is going to have its say. This is not going to sail through the House.
So he supports the president. He does not support this bill in its current form. And he says that this won't sail through the House. So how disruptive will he and other like-minded Republicans be today?
We will find out. This is that messy middle part. They're kind of building the plane in the air and they're about to land it. But I would remind these conservatives, one, this is President Trump's agenda. This is the Republican agenda. This is the American agenda. This is what the American people, the majority of them in the popular vote, voted to see. They want lower taxes. They want investments at our border. They want security, sovereignty, and safety. This bill delivers on that for them. And I will remind conservatives as well, if they have a problem with the debt, the deficit, and spending in this country, I would encourage them to do something that hasn't been done in almost 30 years. Pass all 12 appropriations bills in the House. It is a multi-step process to upend government like Donald Trump wants to do and bring in government spending. The House is welcome to take up all 12 appropriations bills and cut more spending. Get to it.
Okay, so on the other side of the aisle, Democrats are saying that people are going to find themselves without Medicaid coverage. People are going to find themselves without hospitals in their community because this could lead to closures, and that this could become politically perilous for Republicans. Your reaction to that?
I think Democrats are wrong on that. One, Democrats are going to use every opportunity to fearmonger and lie to the American people as much as they can to get them to not like this bill. These are the same Democrats who said Joe Biden should be president and that he was cognitively able to do that job. So the American people should know not to trust what the Democrats are saying. This shores up Medicaid for the future. This makes smart investments. And the real contrast here is every Democrat in the Senate yesterday voted to raise taxes on the American people. And today in the House, Democrats have another opportunity to say, keep more of your money. You should keep your paycheck. But instead, they will vote to try and raise taxes on the American
And also another part of this bill is border funding. And
Yes.
yesterday, you saw the president, he was down at Alcatraz in Florida. And, the border crossings right now are almost next to nothing. But one of the big issues is getting the people who are in the country who shouldn't be out. And that's become a bit of an issue, especially when it comes to facility space to house them. And people are hoping that this facility can lead to some solutions there.
Absolutely. Being able to safely hold migrants before they are deported out of the United States only makes sense. Using natural barriers in order to do so as well saves money. But this is the thing about Democrats that I find so funny. They are sitting there saying, what if an immigrant escapes and gets eaten by an alligator? That would be somebody who entered the country illegally, broke out of a jail, scaled fencing, and then got eaten by an alligator. If all of those things happen, they probably should have just stayed in their home country to begin with.
Yeah, and Kristi Noem reported that she believes there have already been many self-deportations, about 1 million under the Trump administration. So that was another notable moment and figure that we learned yesterday. Erin, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Todd, over to you.
Carly.